Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this beautiful rich shoulder under bust gown that you're seeing right here. So if you're new here, you're highly welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and also share. And to my non-subscribers, thank you guys for your support. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the pattern drafting. So first, I'll go ahead and chalk down my vertical measurement. My shoulder to chest line, which is 9 inches, I will chalk it down. My shoulder to bust line, 11 inches, under bust 14, waistline 17 inches, and then my hip line is 27 inches, and then the full length. Okay, my chest line, bust line, under bust, waist, hip line, and then my full length. After that, I'll go ahead and connect the lines together. And this is what I have: my chest line, my bust line, my under bust, my waist, then hip line, and then the full length. Okay, so next I'll go ahead and chop down half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches, half of my shoulder 8 inches, and from that point I'll go ahead and chop down my sleeve length. Okay, that is the length of your sleeve, where you want the sleeve to stop. I'm making use of 14 inches, and from that 14 inches, then from that point I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope this way. After that, I'll go ahead and chalk down my neck width. I'm making use of neck width 3.5 inches. So next, I'll go ahead and connect from my neck width to my shoulder slope this way. So this is what I have. So next, from my shoulder slope, I'll go ahead and chalk down my sleeve opening. Okay, I'm making use of 10 inches as my sleeve opening. Okay, 10 inches, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope down to that 10 inches this way. And this is what I have. Okay, so I'm done doing that. Next, I'll go ahead and chalk down the circumference of my body. My bust divided by 4, I'll chalk it down, plus my sewing allowance. Okay, so my underbust divided by 4, I will chalk it down, plus 1 inches sewing allowance. My waist divided by 4, I will chalk it down, plus 1 inches sewing allowance. My hip divided by 4, I will chalk it down, plus 1 inches sewing allowance. So whatever I have on my hip, I'll go ahead and minus 1 inches from it, and I'll chalk it down on my full length. Okay, so after that, I'll go ahead and connect them together. Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect it this way to my hip line. Then from that point, I'll connect it down to my full length. Okay, whatever I had on my hip, I went ahead to minus 1 inches from it, and I chalk it down on my full length. As you can see, that part is slanted. So now from the under bust, I'll come down by 1.5, and from the same under bust, I'll go up by 1.5 this way, and I'll go ahead and connect them together. Okay, from both sides, I came down and up by 1.5 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect it to my sleeve opening this way. Okay, from the center line of my under bust, I went up by 1.5 inches, and from the side of my under bust, I came down by 1.5 inches. So now I'll go ahead and connect from my neck width down to that 1.5 inches at the center line, and this is what I have. Okay, so now this is what I have for the front pattern. I'll go ahead and cut it out, and I'll be using this front pattern to trace out my back pattern. Just watch carefully what I'm doing. So now I'll go ahead and use it to trace out my back pattern. So over here I have my back pattern, and I added 2 inches zip allowance by the side. This is my back pattern. Okay, and here is the zip allowance by the side, 2 inches. Okay, and I have all the lines on the back pattern just for a guide. Okay, and this point I'll go ahead and mark it on my back pattern. There is this point where the ruch will stop. I'll go ahead and mark it on my back pattern. So now I'll go ahead and measure out my neck width on my back pattern. And for the neck depth, I'll go ahead and chalk down 3 inches. You can use a V neckline if you want to. So for the back, I want to use a round neckline. So after that, I'll go ahead and connect them together this way. So I'll extend the line to my zipper allowance. Okay. Then I'll connect it this way. So now on my waistline, okay, to eliminate zipper bulge on my waistline, I'll come in by 1 inches and I'll go ahead and connect it this way to the upper part. Then I'll connect it down. So this part is going out. Okay, the other part is going out. So now this point where the front stops, that is this point that I mark out on the back pattern, I'll go ahead and connect it to the side this way using my curve ruler. Okay, and from that point, extend it to the zipper allowance this way, and this is what I have for the back. So now I'll go ahead and I'll cut it out. Okay, so let's do that, guys. Cut out this part that is not needed. Then go ahead and open up this part. So now this is the down part. Okay, this is the down part, and this is the part where we will slash and spread. That's the upper part. Okay, so now I'll be using the front pattern to illustrate it for you guys. So now let me cut out my neckline for the front and also the shoulder slope for the front. I forgot to do that on the back pattern, so I'll go ahead and place both of them this way and I'll cut out the shoulder slope. So here is my front pattern. This is what I have. Okay, so I'll go ahead and draw lines. These lines, can you see what I'm doing? Draw a straight lines from the upper part to the down part this way. So now I'll go ahead and cut them out. So this point where the down part and the sleeve meet, I'll go ahead and notch it. Okay, that is this point, and I'll continue my cutting. So this is what I have. Okay, this point where the down part and the sleeve meet, make sure you notch it. It's very important. So next, while cutting out your fabric, these pieces, go ahead and place it on your fabric and spread it by 3 inches. Okay, make sure you spread it by 3 inches so you can have more volume at the sleeve part. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and illustrate it for you guys on a pattern paper. I will show you guys what I mean on a pattern paper. Okay, so here is my pattern. My pattern is not that much. I'll just go ahead and spread it by 1 inches. But if you're doing this on your fabric, make sure you spread it by 3 inches or even 4 inches. So you can have more volume on the sleeve part. So now after spreading it this way on your fabric, go ahead and cut it out just like you see me doing. And make sure you add sewing allowance round, okay? So same thing we did on the front pattern. That is the sleeve part. This part now, this part is the sleeve part. The same thing you'll be doing on the upper part of your back pattern, okay? So now go ahead and notch this point. That is where the sleeve and the body meet. Make sure you notch it. After that, take out your pattern and go ahead and gather it back to your down bodies, okay? Let's say this is a fabric now. You gather it this way. This point where you notch, make sure they are both meeting each other. There is a down part and that point. Make sure they are both meeting each other, okay? So now this is what you'll be having. Gather them, okay? Gather all of it. And the upper part, go ahead and use your elastic to hold it together. The upper part, after gathering the upper part, go ahead and use your elastic at the upper part to hold it together this way, and this is what we'll be having. So guys, this is all for the pattern drafting of this particular dress. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and also share. Please guys, subscribe and also drop a comment on this video. So see you all in my next class. Bye.